Hey guys, welcome to a quick video, not so much a product review, but just a little bit of hear my thoughts type thing. We will be looking at one product, but I'm not going to go into too much detail about it. I'm not going to show you how it works inside the sleeping bag, but basically what I'm talking about here is a good night's sleep. Now, when you're out camping and you can play the rough it type game, and it doesn't matter if you get a good night's sleep, but especially when you're out bush for a couple of days, or out camping, out hiking and doing a lot of miles, a good night's sleep is really worthwhile trying to get. It just makes the whole experience that much more enjoyable, and well, less shit, to be honest. Now, if you're like me and you value a good night's sleep, you've probably spent a little bit of money on a decent sleeping mat. I use the an X-Bed mat myself, and also a decent sleeping bag. For me, it's a Marmot Pinnacle. But what you may not have done is brought a sleeping bag liner or a mummy liner. What I have here is one by Cacoon. Now, this is pretty much the top of the range by Cacoon. It's a silk liner, so it actually packs down really small. You can see here, again comparing it to the iPhone, you can see I'm running the video next to it, so it's not too big. It actually sits in the compression sack where my sleeping bag is. So I've got my sleeping bag, and this kind of squeezes down into it, and everything goes into the same compression sack, so it really doesn't take up any much more room. However, what it does, and it differs depending on who you ask, the marketing people say from Cacoon that it'll add an extra 5 degrees. So for example, if my sleeping bag is rated to -10, this will make it rated to -15. Now, how true that is, I don't know. I haven't tested it to that extreme, but what I can tell you is that it does make a difference there. I do feel warmer in this than I do in just my sleeping bag. However, the better thing with this is that you basically are looking after your sleeping bag as you're using it. So what I mean by that is you're out and about, and I'll take this out rather than throwing it in my hands the whole time. What I mean by that is that you're out hiking all day, or out in the dirt, or whatnot. Either way, you're getting dirty. Now, personally, I've got a good sleeping bag, and temperatures don't really get down to -10 here in Australia. So when I sleep, it's usually in my underwear and maybe a shirt inside the sleeping bag, but that still doesn't mean I don't have any dirt on me or sweat, etc, etc. Now, as you go into the sleeping bag, obviously you shed skin, some of that dirt, etc, starts to rub off, and the sleeping bag gets dirty. As most of you probably know, the dirtier sleeping bag is, the less, especially with the down sleeping bag, it loses its loft, so the heat isn't trapped quite as well. Now, you can wash your sleeping bag, but again, that's extra wear and tear on the sleeping bag. And again, it's when you're spending a couple of $100 on a good bag, you want to keep it around for a while. This, however, obviously gives you that barrier between you and that bag. So, I mean, this isn't cheap. You're looking at about, I think about $70 US. I brought this from Camp Saver. But if you're already spending a couple of $100 on a sleeping bag, then why not spend the extra 70, and you basically have a warmer sleeping bag. This silk is really nice to sleep in, and also you're gonna extend the longevity of your sleeping bag, and this is really nice and easy to wash. So it doesn't take up much room, it doesn't weigh much. I'll try and get the weight of it popping across the screen now. It packs up really easily, as you can see me doing it here, and it pretty much goes into your sleeping bag pouch. So like I said just before, it doesn't take up any much more room. It weighs, just feel off my hand, a little bit less than the iPhone. Again, I'll get the weight coming across. And overall, I think it's something that a lot of people don't have. When I've gone out camping, they're surprised that I use this, or they haven't even thought about it or given any thought. So look, it's up to you. It is an extra bit of gear. It is a little bit Gucci, but if you're anything like me and value a good night's sleep, especially when you're out bush for quite a few days, and you really want to look after the gear you already have, this is a nice little investment, and it just makes for a better night's sleep. Cool guys, well that's the Cacoon sleeping bag liner that I use. There's other ones by Sea to Summit, etc. This has been for me the best bang for your buck and quality, and had other good reviews, so definitely recommend checking it out. But by all means check out other products. I don't have anything to compare it to, unfortunately. As usual, if you have any comments, feel free to leave one below, but thanks for watching. Take care guys, enjoy.